Alrighty, welcome back to the show, everyone. Just got a fan mail from a guy from Matamata. Do you want me to get underway with that, Willie?
Yeah, rip straight in.
So this is Todd from Matamata. He just says, pretty embarrassing that we're still even doing Super Rugby this year. Obvious who is going to win. Up the Chiefs' mana. Speak.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. So that's not from Liam M from from Hamilton, is it? No, it's from
Nah, it's
Todd. Okay, well, yeah,
yeah, it's not. It's certainly it's an English name, which is surprising me. That's the first thing about a Chiefs fan. They shouldn't have an English
yeah,
name. I wouldn't have thought. Yeah.
yeah. No, he's got a couple
Mm,
of accents less than what I would expect from a Chiefs fan.
mm,
Yeah, I didn't even know that they had Wi-Fi up there to be able to
mm.
one, listen to our potty, and two, be able to like message us and send us their comments. So
Yeah.
good on them. I don't know though. It's pretty
Mm,
yeah. Um, as Gandhi once said, you're only one ACL away from losing Super Rugby. So if DMAX
mm.
ACL decides to dissolve overnight,
Yeah,
it's blowing wide open for any team.
yeah, for sure. So, and again, like, as Hurricanes fans, we know that we were a very informed side this time last year. We hadn't even lost a game. So,
Hmm.
yeah, no, we know how long. Like, obviously, it's a long season, a lot can happen. But,
Yeah,
so just back to what you said about Todd from Matamata. Were you expecting
yeah.
the name to be maybe a Tiri or Moana Pacifica name? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe like a Tani Alamoa or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
or like
nice. Yeah, yeah,
or
fair enough.
Sunny
Yeah, yeah.
Sunny from the
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. No, I don't think he's messaging. I know.
No, not anytime soon, I don't think. Yeah, but I'll give Todd one thing. I'll tell him one team that's not going to be winning it, and it's actually the Auckland Blues.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, they can put out his Auckland FC brothers and sisters can put that in their pipe and smoke it because
yeah.
you have two teams in the same city and the bottom two on the table. So yeah,
Mm.
he can
You're talking about Moana
that's
Pacifica there?
safe. Yeah, Moana Pacifica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
yeah,
right, and I'm
absolutely.
very happy about the Auckland Blues doing terrible because I think
Mm,
Aucklanders are the worst type of people, and they deserve to be right down the bottom. So yeah, Blues
yep.
definitely aren't going to win it, and obviously we've talked a bit about how good Super Rugby's been this season, quite a bit. It's obviously been real close, and everyone's beating everyone. It's one of the best seasons we can remember in a while. So
Hmm.
with that fan mail from Todd, I thought should we just do, obviously we made a prediction at the start of the year, but just based on right now, who our top six will be when the regular season finishes up. So do you want to start, mate?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give Todd some clickbait here to just absolutely cause a scene in his undies, but I reckon the Chiefs will get they'll get the minor premiership.
Mm,
Yeah, I reckon they're looking pretty good
yeah.
at the moment.
Mm.
So I think it's fair to say that they'll finish at the top. Who have you got?
Yeah, yeah, I've got Chiefs getting that minor premiership for sure. So, yeah, again, we'll back Todd there, but again, there's a playoff series, and we know about playoff
Mm,
series. And
yeah.
a lot of things will happen between now and then, but they've got a gap up the top. They're
Mm,
doing well, quite healthy at the moment compared to a lot of the teams. So yeah, I think they'll finish first. Who have you got
yeah.
second?
Um, I think the Christian Leo Willie Crusaders might
Yeah,
finish in second.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I reckon they love a bit of a flat track bully as well,
yeah,
and they're looking all right as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll probably say that they'll be second.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've got them second too. Unfortunately, I wasn't sure if they would take whether they'd take this much of a jump after having a bad year last year. I thought they'd be back and obviously the top six, but yeah, I think they've got some players back and they do look a lot more like their old selves. I've still got some question marks about them, but you're right. They beat the teams they
Mm,
should beat in the regular season. Like if
yeah.
they're playing the Force or Moana Pacifica
Mm,
or even a Waratahs or Fijian Draw or
mm,
something like that. In Christchurch, they'll beat
Yeah,
them well. They'll get a bonus point.
yeah.
Whereas some teams,
Any other team that's not like the Chiefs
yeah,
or the Canes,
yeah,
because we always seem to have derbies with them.
yeah,
I'm not going to include the Blues in there as well,
yeah, yeah,
just because they're absolute poo this year. But
yeah.
yeah, they'll pretty much beat every other team
Mm. And that's
quite comfortably. So
100%. And that's where I guess like a lot of teams won't do that, in contention. Like they'll still maybe stumble on a couple of those games. Like as Canes fans, we
mm,
know that we'll play some of those teams down the bottom and we'll
yeah,
lose
minor posse Vika,
particularly them. So,
yeah.
um, yeah. But yeah, I've got them second. Who have you got coming in at
hmm
third?
Just as is, going for the Reds there. I just think with all their Aussie derbies being going to be on their plate again soon,
Yeah,
I just can't see them not. They're the clear best Aussie team this year. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm backing them in.
yeah. Should I hope that this episode's going to get ugly because I hope we're not going to do the same. But
Mm,
I've got them at third. I think they're actually contenders, like genuinely contenders. I think
yeah,
that game against the Crusaders in Christchurch, like Crusaders,
they rested a couple.
yeah,
They didn't have Tommy Liner
yeah,
running the cutter, right?
yeah,
And
and I just think I saw things in that game where you wouldn't see it from an Aussie team playing down there in a while. I just think they could actually like them full strength. They can beat anyone. Doesn't matter where they play them.
mm,
So they'll finish third, and who knows what in the playoffs, but something could
yeah.
happen there. Yep. Fourth for you.
Fourth for me, I will go for the Canes.
Yep.
I'm expecting a nice bounce up. I reckon a couple of those Aussie teams as well that are a bit higher.
Yeah.
Um, they will play the New Zealand teams a bit more, have a bit tougher games, like
Yeah.
shit like that. So they'll lose a few points. Kane's starting to get players back.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll peak for the right time. But yeah, I'll go for them fourth.
Nice. We do have a first bit of difference then. I've got Brumbies at fourth. I think they obviously lost to the Force in their first home game of the season, but I can't see them losing many more at home. And they just look tough this year. There's like even though they've been good the last few years, I just think there's something different about them too. So I can see them staying top four. So I've got the Brumbies coming in at four.
Mm-hmm.
Five for you.
Yeah, five for me, Brumbies.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just same reasons you
Mm.
said, but I think yeah, the Canes will just go on a bit of a run there. Yeah, I think those Aussie teams are going to take a few points off each other.
Yeah.
Bit of back and forth.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll go Brumbies fifth.
Nice. I've got Canes fifth. So similar to what you said, I think the big one is them. Oh, Greyhounds just come through. We'll preview the
Yeah,
Wakanui Dogs later.
close Warbrooks. Yeah, going to be round at your house to put you down after that, isn't
Yeah.
she? Going to
Um,
get your bands.
yeah, she will. Canes at fifth for me. I think players coming back. They've got a good run of home games. I think they've got Tars coming up at home. They play Minor Pacifica in Wellington. They play. There was someone else. They've got the Landers in Wellington. There was another Aussie team, I think. Can't remember. But there's a few very, very winnable games. And yeah, they've still got Western Force over in Perth, which can always be niggly. But there's a lot of games where I look at their draw and I think they'll make up the ground that they've kind of lost. Particularly if they can get the players back and stay healthy. So I think Proctor Higgins are due back soon. Lomax and Amua came back the last game. So yeah, I've got Canes finishing about fifth, and then rounding
hmm
out your top six.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Yeah,
I don't know between Tars or Highlanders. I
not the
might just
Fijian
have to.
draw.
Nah, as much as I'd love them to.
Yeah,
What's the draw like, actually? I feel like they've had a lot of away games.
who's that? The Fijian draw.
Yeah, the draw.
Yeah, they played the Chiefs at home, beat them, and then they
Mm.
played the
They've had the
Brumbies
Brumbies at
and
home.
lost that. Yeah, they've only had two home
But,
games. Yeah,
yeah, okay. They could go on a bit of a run, actually,
yeah.
to be fair.
Sorry, I don't want to influence you there, man.
Nah, it's just because I do like
Yeah,
the Carver draw.
you do like them, yeah.
Um, yeah, I might actually go for the Landers there. just so that I'm welcome back if I ever accidentally fly into Gore International Airport,
Yeah, yeah,
and
nice.
Ethan de Groot can be my taxi driver, my drink drive taxi driver.
Yeah,
Get welcomed with open arms.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I don't know. They look like quite a. They're kind of not what I expected. They kind of
mm,
all their games are very close, and they're
yeah,
quite teams kind of just seem to play to the exact same level as the Landers are, and I think
yeah,
they might. I mean, they obviously just lost on the weekend,
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I reckon they could just sneak in there. How did Tangi Tau, one of your
Oh,
favourites?
he is actually incredible. I don't know how he's just become this good overnight. Because he's never been good for Auckland in the NPC or anything. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean with them. They are a lot better than I thought. I was having a conversation with a guy Cam R, who's a friend of the show, about it. But yeah,
Mm,
much better than what I thought. But I still think they're missing a bit. They'll have some of their players come back, like Ratuvaki, the Neepkins. He'll be coming back soon, and I think they've got
nailed it.
yeah, they've got a couple of other ones out. But
Mm,
I think I've got Waratahs at 6, and the reason is because they've already got a bit of a they've already built up a bit of a gap because they've had the home games, but I still can't see them losing a home game unless they're playing a very good side, and by very good I mean like
hmm
it has to pretty much be one of those top three that we named,
hmm
and maybe the Canes chuck them in there. They've just beaten the Brumbies in Sydney, so they won't have to play them. But yeah, I think there's only 3 or 4 sides that can beat them in Sydney, so they'll with the gap they've built up, they'll lose a lot of away games to finish the year, but they'll still have enough to finish sixth. Whereas I think the Highlanders will
Yeah.
have a lot more derbies away from home and things like that, and that will be what lets them
hmm
down. And Fiji is a smoky, but I would just wonder whether the gap can be made up when they aren't good on the road. They've just
Yeah.
they need to win a few away games, which has been proven to be pretty difficult. And then the Blues, I just think
Yeah.
just aren't it this year. They've got a lot of injuries as well
No.
now, and I just think again they're going to have derbies to play, and without the players that they're missing, I
Mm,
can obviously see them. No, going to finish last, but I can see them finishing eighth or something. I can't see them making the sixth. I think
yeah.
they've left it too late now. Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet. Oh well, that's just a little bit of a mid-season Super Rugby discussion for the
hmm
Thomas Williamses of the world and the like,
Yeah.
who follows the Super Rugby. But did you have anything for me before we finish?
Just a scenario
Yeah,
for
just
you.
a scenario. Something we haven't done scenario.
Yeah, I
You
got a
want to give us a
cheeky
shout
one
out
for
to the
you. It's
sponsor?
actually
Give a shout. We haven't shout out the sponsor for a bit.
Nah, I actually don't want to encourage it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. Um, I'll actually give you a for our Moana Pacifica
Yeah,
fans out there,
nice.
just to run it straight.
Yeah,
Which
nice.
player would you rather have run it straight at you? Miracle Failangi or Samisi? Oh, what's his name? The number 8, Samisi
Tupo,
Tupo
yeah,
Tailoa.
yeah, that one.
Who
Oh,
would you? Which one of those two units would you rather have
yeah, that's
run it
tough, eh?
straight?
Because I think like so Messi, Taylor, Southlanders, the probably drink driver too. We'll just chuck that out there. But
Yeah.
he's girth based. He's very girth based. So you're
Yeah.
dealing with a wider mass. But I think Miracle Failangi, he's he's a bit of an aggressive guy too. So I'm scared of Failangi. I'll go.
Mm,
I'll take the Southland. I've dealt with some Southlanders in my time, and I have to deal with
yeah.
another one. I'll say, yeah, bring it on.
Mm.
Yeah. What about you?
That's tough. I would probably go for the Miracle way.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
just think that, like you say, that Tupa Tailoa Southland,
yeah,
his girth index
yeah,
is quite insane,
yeah,
and I think he thinks that when he plays at North Harbour Stadium, I think he thinks it is Go Media Stadium, and he's prime Sui
yeah,
Matangi
yeah.
because he absolutely or Pone, what is it, Pone
Oh, Pare
Flamasuli.
Masuli. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He thinks he's one of those regions, so I
yeah,
would probably have to go for the Miracle because I know as well if it's not on the wing, like if the run it straight is not on the wing, then Whailangi he won't be as good.
yeah,
He'll
yeah,
actually be
yeah.
negated. His
Yeah,
powers will
he
be
doesn't work
negated.
out
So
there. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. True.
yeah,
I'm gonna need
yeah,
like a location for where the run it straights take place.
yeah. Middle of the field.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe we'll
offer.
go Mount Druitt local park.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, middle of the field, Jerome Luai, Stephen Crichton, Spencer Lenu, rocking round with JBR speakers saying
Yeah.
"Let's
Oh
trot,"
yuck.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Nah.
yeah,
I'll still stick to my guns and say I'd rather you rather take on the Southlander, I guess, because
Mm.
yeah, I've had plenty of dealings with those people over the years. So yeah, yeah, cheers. All right.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
well,
yeah.
that kind of wraps up the
Bluff
Super.
oysters.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
few bluff oysters and things like that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, just that's another little Super Rugby chat for you, and yeah, we'll see you on the next epi. Thanks, New
yeah.
Zealanders
Sounds good.
and non-New Zealanders. Cheers.